Alright, today we are diving into something that genuinely excites me as a smart home enthusiast, and that is Home Assistant and some of the latest official hardware coming out of the open home ecosystem. If you care about privacy, local control, and actually owning your smart home instead of renting it from some cloud service, this is going to be right up your alley. We are talking about open source home automation, powered by a global community, running locally in your house. And before we go any further, if you love deep dive tech reviews like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop a like because it seriously helps the channel and lets me keep testing awesome gear like this. So let's start with the big picture. Home Assistant is built around one core philosophy: your home, your data, your rules. It is an open source platform backed by the Open Home Foundation, and it is designed to run locally. That means your automations, your device data, your energy stats, everything stays in your house. No mandatory cloud. No data harvesting. And the crazy part is it works with over 1,000 brands. Once you install it, it scans your network, finds compatible devices, and makes setup surprisingly straightforward. From lights and thermostats to sensors and media players, it pulls everything into one unified dashboard. Now let's talk hardware, because this is where things get really interesting. The Home Assistant Connect ZBT2 is the newest Zigbee and Thread adapter in the official Connect lineup, and honestly, this is one of the cleanest ways to add serious wireless capability to your setup. It is designed and built by Nabu Casa, the company that supports Home Assistant development, so every purchase actually helps fund the open source ecosystem. That alone is pretty cool. Physically, the ZBT2 looks minimal and modern. Injection molded polycarbonate case, white and semi-transparent finish, and a form factor that blends into your desk or shelf without screaming tech gadget. But inside is where the magic happens. It uses the Silicon Labs MG24 chip along with an ESP32S3 for USB serial bridging. Compared to the older generation, you are getting up to 4 times the adapter speed. We are talking 460,800 baud versus 115200 on the previous model. In real-world terms, that translates to faster response times and a more stable Zigbee or Thread network. And yes, you do have to choose between running Zigbee or Thread on it, but both give you local, low-latency communication and better battery life for devices compared to Wi-Fi. Zigbee has the massive device ecosystem. Thread is the future-facing protocol built around Matter. Home Assistant is Matter certified, so if you are planning long-term, Thread plus Matter is a very strong combo. The antenna is optimized for solid range, omnidirectional, and tuned for that 2.4 GHz band, so coverage in a typical home is strong as long as you place it smartly. Setup is honestly one of my favorite parts. Plug it in with USB-C, run through the startup wizard, and you are off. You can migrate an existing network or spin up a new one in minutes. For people who want to tinker, the device is open, easy to open, no glue, accessible pads and pins. That open hardware philosophy is rare these days, and I love seeing it here. Now shifting gears to voice, because this is where Home Assistant is really pushing boundaries. The Home Assistant Voice Preview Edition is their dedicated hardware for Assist, the built-in voice assistant. And this is not just a random speaker with a mic slapped in. This thing was clearly engineered for serious local voice control. You get dual microphones, an XMOS audio processing chip for echo cancellation and noise removal, and an ESP32S3 running the show with 16 megabytes of flash and 8 megabytes of PSRAM. There is a physical mute switch that literally cuts power to the microphones. Not software mute, physical. That is the kind of privacy design I respect. There is also a rotary volume dial that feels tactile, a multipurpose button, a multicolor LED ring for feedback, and even a 3.5mm audio jack with a dedicated DAC so you can push lossless quality audio to external speakers. What I really love is the flexibility. You can run voice fully locally with focus processing for common commands like turning on lights or setting timers. You can go full local if your hardware is powerful enough. Or you can offload speech to Home Assistant Cloud, which is designed to be privacy first if you want better accuracy on low-powered systems. You are not locked into one approach. You can even connect to AI providers or local language models if you want to experiment with more advanced conversational control. And the experience is practical. Turn on the light. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Add milk to my shopping list. Check the temperature. These are everyday commands, and the system is built to handle them quickly. The whole point is choice. Choice of hardware, choice of processing, choice of how your data is handled. On top of that, you have powerful automations, customizable dashboards with drag and drop cards, home energy management to track solar production and consumption, NFC tag support, and even the ability to cast dashboards to TVs. The companion mobile apps tie it all together with presence detection and direct communication back to your home server, not some third-party cloud. And here is something I genuinely respect. This is a non-profit-backed project. Cannot be sold or acquired. The focus is on long-term sustainability and community-driven development. That is rare in the smart home space where companies pivot, shut down servers, or abandon products. So who is this for? If you want a plug-and-play experience with zero customization, you might find it a little overwhelming at first. But if you love control, flexibility, privacy, and the idea of building a smart home that actually belongs to you, Home Assistant with official hardware like the Connect ZBT2 and the Voice Preview Edition is incredibly compelling. It feels like a platform that is maturing fast while staying true to its open roots. Personally, as someone who loves testing and tweaking smart home setups, this ecosystem hits that sweet spot between power user flexibility and increasingly polished hardware. It is no longer just for hardcore tinkerers. It is becoming accessible without losing its soul. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more hands-on smart home and tech reviews, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps out, and I will see you in the next one.